Welcome, everyone, to National Conference 2005. This is my third conference. Many of you have more conferences than that under your belt. But in 3 years, what a difference. At 2002's conference, for a little perspective, we honored at our awards night 71 Eagles. In 2003, we saw that number jump to 97. Last year, we were excited to report the number of Eagles at First Global increased to 139. Well, this year I'm proud to announce that we have 174 advisors who have achieved Eagle status. And I'll give you the statistics for that since we have some CPAs in the crowd. That's a 25% increase over last year's total, a 79% increase since 2003, and an amazing 245% increase since 2002. So congratulations to all of you. I'm also happy to report that at this year's conference, we have a record number of wealth management assistants in attendance. We're very happy to welcome the 75 wealth management assistants in attendance today. Thank you. All in all, with a total attendance of over 600, including 376 advisors, this national conference is our largest ever. This year's theme, Wealth Management, The Future is Now, is in part about First Global. But it's also about your firm and its future. And on another level, it's about you and your personal and professional future. But today, all of us here are united, in fact, committed to a common higher purpose, helping our clients plan for and create a brighter financial future. The one element missing from our national conference gathering is our clientele. You know, I'm sure that in this room, as we trade stories, there are thousands of stories of how we've helped our clients. And to put these 72 hours we spent together in proper real-world perspective, we thought we'd bring samples of these real stories, the stories of our clients, here to Orlando through the magic of video. That's the real reason we're all here, making a difference in people's lives. I'm sure we all have images come to mind of clients that we've helped, just like Leslie Kilgore's. But thank you, Leslie, for letting us visit with your clients. First Global's original purpose, starting back in 1992, was to assist CPAs, tax and accounting firms in introducing financial services to their tax clients. Now, while that mission still remains, it's expanded significantly. The most common questions we now field include, how can our firm add capacity to our practice to meet growing client demand? Whom can we go to for help in delivering complex insurance, business, and estate planning solutions? How are we doing as a firm? What's a realistic goal for our firm's growth? You know, to respond to these challenges as a true business partner, First Global has placed a special emphasis on putting your firm's success in proper perspective. Because we've worked with over 1,000 CPA, tax and accounting, and legal firms nationwide, we have a unique perspective on our industry niche as it relates to offering financial services. From that vantage point, we've identified an underlying and dominant theme, that is a commitment to wealth management. You know, wealth management is an industry term for what we have always delivered through our Method 10 discipline. Wealth management is divided into 3 stages of our clients' lives: wealth accumulation, wealth protection and distribution, and wealth transfer. I guess the question most important to all of you is, how can First Global's focus on wealth management help your firm? And first, this June we published a white paper co-written with Moss Adams titled CPAs and Wealth Management, the Critical Path to the Optimal Financial Services Firm. This paper draws a sweeping panorama of the various stages of development that firms attain as they grow their wealth management practices. Our hope is that by identifying and adopting the best practices and structures of those firms that are truly practicing or aspiring to wealth management, you can raise your own firm's level of success. Second, we've charted a hierarchy of imperatives for success in wealth management, in which we identify specific factors that underlie the ultimate success of a wealth management firm. These imperatives include a set of proper beliefs. The belief that wealth management is the best way to help your clients. Education. The drive to acquire the technical competencies necessary to identify and address your client's complex financial issues and needs. Client relationships. Strategies for expanding the depth and breadth of your firm's relationship with your best clients. Systems. Predictable processes that allow your firm to run efficiently with every staff member working as part of a coherent plan of action. Leadership. A tangible vision for your firm with clear goals and standards of accountability. During these 72 hours at National Conference, I challenge each of you to answer in our formal sessions and through informal dialogue with your colleagues these critical wealth management questions. You'll find some of the answers to these questions in the sessions we've built into this year's program, and we've given you a worksheet to give you a little self-diagnosis while you're here. These questions include, on wealth accumulation, have you adopted an investment philosophy that sets you apart from your clients' traditional advisors? What asset management system are you using to deliver premium services to your clients? Wealth protection and distribution. How have you positioned your firm to be your client's IRA rollover coach? How do you communicate to baby boomers the added value your firm brings in creating tax-favored income streams in their retirement years? Wealth transfer. How many of your business clients have you helped with business succession planning? How proactive are you in probing for the multi-generational planning issues your clients face? How effectively do you use tax season as an opportunity to discuss strategies for the largest tax bill your clients may ever pay, the estate tax? Beliefs. How well have you listened to and responded to your client's need for your professional services? Not just your advice, but the implementation of customized solutions and their periodic review. How committed is your firm to embracing change to accommodate the increased wealth management demands of your clients? Education. How well versed is your firm in diagnosing common client wealth management concerns? How capable is your firm of crafting Method 10 solutions to meet client needs? How many firm staff members have attended Wealth Management Academy programs, such as National Conference, Advanced Solutions programs, Matrix workshops, Wealth Management Assistant certification, WIN teams? Client relationships. What action steps is your firm taking to strengthen your client relationships? How effectively does your firm communicate its broader value to clients and prospects? Systems. Does your firm have a system for proactively contacting clients and scheduling meetings? How many components of the marketing field guide has your firm implemented? How effectively have you leveraged resource partners like the Financial Consulting Group, the Annuity and Insurance Planning Group, Advanced Case Design, and our Premier and Service Plus partners? Leadership. How clearly has your firm defined its own success? How well have you communicated measurable goals both long-term and short-term, to firm members? How often does your firm meet to discuss goals, activities, roles, and responsibilities? What accountability standards and incentive systems has your firm put in place for partners, assistants, and other staff? If you've not yet addressed these critical items, or if you're putting them off, now is the perfect time. I recommend that you make written notes of key points from this conference that are relevant to your business, and the names of key people that you can rely on as resource partners. So when you return to your offices next week, you'll have the basis for a concrete action plan. National Conference 2005 is not about sitting back and listening. It's about taking your firm and your clients to a higher level, to true wealth management. The future success of your firm can begin right here and right now, but only if you make it happen, because the future is now. Let's get this year's conference underway. To introduce our first speaker, here's Tom Beyer. I just have a marketing observation from last night. I had my marketing cap on last night at Universal Studios. I said if a consultant wanted to come in and kind of learn the demographics of the first global family, all you have to do is put on YMCA and check out the dance floor. Wealth management, the future is now. Historian Stephen Ambrose once wrote, "The past is a source of knowledge, and the future is a source of hope." I couldn't agree more. We're not only more hopeful about the future, we're excited about it as well. The key to making our vision of the future a reality lies in understanding how fast our industry is changing and how far our profession has come. Now, I'm sure many of you are familiar with our Matrix video education series. Well, to give us a historical perspective on wealth management, imagine, if you will, what an educational film for financial advisors would have looked like, say, in the 1950s. Well, as luck would have it, our research team has uncovered a fascinating financial services training film that dates back to that time period. After watching this clip, I'm sure you'll be hopeful about our future too, because we've come a long, long way. I hope you recognize we've made some considerable strides in the last 50 years or so. You know, we beat communism, and we have improved upon the 4 windows with our Method 10. I'm not sure we're ready to take on giant spiders or zombies just yet. But some things never change. It's as important now as it was then to evaluate periodically your client's financial strength and weakness, whether it's during tax season or a routine financial checkup. The challenge isn't crafting solutions to help them. You're all technically and professionally qualified for that. The difficult part of our job is getting clients to take action, to listen, and efficiently structure meetings and our work time to help the most clients that we can. Our featured speaker today is especially effective at showing us how to overcome our self-imposed limitations so that we can efficiently and effectively address the needs of our clients. I'm speaking, of course, about Tom Gao. So let's begin this morning's session. To introduce our speaker, here's Lynn Mabry, Executive Vice President. I'm going to tell my wife last night was really New Year's Eve. I want to start by thanking everybody here in the room and those of people who are not here in the room for attending this year's conference. You know, I know that I'm going away with a basket of ideas to put in motion for 2006. One of them, which I didn't plan on, is I definitely need to spend more time practicing my air guitar. So how has conference been for you this year? Good? At events like this, I'm often asked about First Global's corporate image, our branding strategy, our advertising, and often the underlying question or the explicit question is, Bill, why doesn't First Global act like a bigger company? Why don't you have a bigger name? We want you to stand out more like a Charles Schwab or a Fidelity. You know, my good friend Terry Scroggin arrived here from Epcot, and he had a great suggestion for me. He says, you know, Bill, I got on that ride, that GM car track ride at Epcot, and at the end, you go see all their new models. He says, First Global should do that. We should sponsor a ride at Epcot. Instead of having cars at the end, we'll have advisors sitting at tables having one-on-one meetings with people getting off the ride. It's a great idea, but who's going to pay for it? So I'd like to kind of answer that question of our corporate strategy, our corporate image here for you, because we have to keep in mind the place that First Global plays, both in our industry and the role that we play in your firm's success. Take a step back and think about what's happening in the business world. First thing to note, big companies are getting a lot bigger. You know, some are growing through acquisition. There's been a spate of mergers over the past couple of years, very visible ones like Exxon and Mobil, Procter & Gamble and Gillette, Daimler-Benz, Chrysler. Other dominant companies are getting bigger through organic growth. Walmart continues to be, well, Walmart. And a new corporate giant, Google, is growing explosively by, in effect, reinventing the internet space. Clearly, growth is the key to corporate success, but there are different models for successful growth. Let me point to a couple of examples. There are those companies we label mass market companies, firms that are serving many, if not every client segment and dominating at every level. Think Walmart and Toyota. They're growing market share within each customer segment and expanding total market share around the world. There are also successful businesses that have a very focused approach to growth. Companies whose goal is to dominate a specific market or a defined customer niche with a unique set of customized products or services. Examples of successful niche players in the high net worth market include Tiffany, Coach, BMW. In the financial services industry, we've seen a wave of consolidation going back over a decade. The objective of this consolidation has been to build financial supermarkets. The supermarket concept suggests that firms can leverage success by sharing new clients and offering new services, creating greater economies of scale, and ultimately dominate the financial services marketplace through sheer mass. We can remember good old industrial powerhouse General Electric. GE grew to include 12 companies, 4 of them financial services companies, which accounted for nearly half of their corporate profits. Citigroup similarly acquired Smith Barney and Travelers. American Express acquired IDS Financial Planning Group. Interestingly, what we've seen recently is that this concept of the financial supermarket is being unwound. GE has spun off its Genworth Financial Planning Group. Citigroup has unloaded Travelers and also its asset management capabilities. American Express has spun off the old IDS Group as Ameriprise. You know, maybe people don't want financial advice peddled to them like credit cards. Let's look at another set of companies in our industry that are successfully growing market share and growing profits. These have succeeded by having a strategic focus on a defined set of core capabilities. They know what they're good at, and they've identified the clients they serve best. 3 examples I show here. Infinity Property and Casualty Corp. A very successful, fast-growing company. They specialize in non-standard, that is high-risk auto insurance. Think about that as a niche. Nuveen Investments, you know, focuses on closed-end funds, and Vineyard Bank, which offers personal banking services strictly to business owners in the Southern California market. Each of these companies is thriving by being an expert in a single defined area. So, what about First Global? Are we going to be part of someone's financial supermarket? Are we looking to grow through merger or acquisition? Are we seeking a partner to leverage client relationships? I trust you know Tony well enough that you know the answer to that. Our strategy is to be a successful, in fact, a dominant niche company. And what is our niche? What is our specialty? Well, I'd say it has two components. First, it combines, well, two things. It combines the people we serve and the specific services we offer them. We're dedicated to a core group of clients. Those are CPAs, tax and accounting, legal and other firms aspiring to wealth management. Our service offering is strictly to develop resources and craft programs to help those firms deliver more solutions to more of your best clients. In short, we strive to be a comprehensive business development coach to your firms. This national conference is an example of what we're good at. Our focus is on targeted education and programs, on helping all of you become experts at diagnosing what your clients need and at prescribing and crafting customized Method 10 solutions for them. Responding to your needs, we've added critical elements to the Wealth Management Academy, the Advanced Solutions Program, and several wealth management assistance programs to help your firms attain your business success. As your clients demand more from you, you demand more from us. And we at First Global can help your firm navigate the changes that are required to add capacity, to deliver more wealth management services, and to operate both efficiently and profitably. Our mission is to help you attain the success that you have defined for your firm. Finally, because we're an independent company, we have the flexibility to respond to your needs without compromise. Our focused strategy allows us to adapt quickly to changing industry and market conditions and to deliver the solutions that your business requires. You can count on us to be professional, ethical people that you can trust for advice every day. And with that bond of trust, we can continue to forge long-lasting relationships grounded in integrity with a common goal: to change the way Americans think about their financial planning and whom they rely on to help secure their financial future. Now, let's begin our final session this week. I'd like to start by recognizing the winner of our National Conference Win Team Contest. First Global is awarding a $50 rebate on next year's conference registration fee to the Win Team with the greatest percentage of attendance at this year's conference. Please stand when I call your team's name. And the team with the highest percentages here, with 90% of their members here, is the Carolinas Win Team. There they are. The 90% has dropped a little this morning. We forgive you. On behalf of the First Global family, all of us here, I'd like to thank our sponsors who helped make this conference a reality. AIM Investments, CNL Securities, Enterprise Group of Funds, Guardian Investor Services, John Hancock Brokerage, John Hancock Funds, Nationwide Financial, Oppenheimer Funds, Penn Mutual Life Insurance, Phoenix Life Insurance, and Wells Real Estate Funds. Please give a round of applause for our premier sponsors. Last, I'd like to personally express my thanks to the two people who dedicate literally months to making this conference a reality, and it's a pleasure to work with them every day. That's Erica Bednar and Tanya Glass. Please give them a round. Now, please welcome Paul Stewart, First Global's Chief Financial Officer, to the stage. Tony is, through his energy, his commitment, his perseverance, and most of all, his passion for life, a leader, not just of First Global, but of the entire financial services industry. Tony takes the stage today to share with us his vision for the future and the vital role that each of us can play. Please join me in welcoming Tony Batman.